Neon steam climbs from the canyon lanes. Chrome veins hum where the night remains. Blueprint focus with a tungsten wheel. I etch my oath on a guardrail seal. G-Funk ghosts in a Cadillac glide. Ruthless 808s put a quake in the ride. Menacing side draw teeth in the haze. Street turns orchestra conducting the blade. Hardcore West Coast make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic baseline stalk and bite. Scent blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown where the craftsman's playing. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. I learned math in the drought, add grit, cut loss. Turn nails to invoices, send fate the cost. Every locked door became lumber and nails. I frame new routes with indestructible rails. Low rider doctrine, move calm, move right. Let patience set tempo, let method light night. Map each fear like reefs on a chart. Sail that channel with a tempered heart. Sirens tick time on the metronome scene. Oil rain, halos in the gasoline gleam. I sign my vow where the kick drum booms. Hold your line steady, let legacy bloom. Cloud is a leash I refuse to wear. Respect is a vault with a triple lock there. If fate rigs decks with a thumb on the deal, I split the pack with a cold work steel. Quiet ambition in a pressure-proof safe. Doubt knocks off, I don't loan this space. If envy shows up with a 10 make crime, we heat test metal, watch cheap melt down. Hear the snare draw chalk on the night. See the bass lay lanes of light. If the dark wants tax from my breath, I bill it interest and charge for the step. Hardcore West Coast make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic baseline stalk and bite. Scent blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown where the craftsman's playing. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. Clock fought dirty so I broke his hand. Bent each minute till the hours were stained. Ledger of trials with receipts and ink. Spilled a few pints but refused to sink. Family flame like a lighthouse beam. Guides me home through saw-cut dreams. If waves climb high, I lower my stance. Breathe through the storm, let balance advance. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints scribbled in midnight camps. We borrowed the wisdom for stubborn resolve. Solve cold problems till patterns dissolve. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal can hear that ping. Trust is a safe with a code you earn. Miss one digit, feel that turn. Hustle move silent like cats on a rail. No symbol crash when the freights don't fail. I tune my grind like a race built can. Compound gains, bam after bam. Let the scent draw fangs on a tinted pane. Let the kick write laws that outlast fame. If the night sells fear at a borrow rate, I repossess crowns I sweat to create. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I tightened my grips. Now wax runs smooth on a westward arc. Lavender dusk over gold-plated spark. From thrift store jackets to tailored intent. From wait your turn, do we sign the rent? Paper was thin, but the will stayed thick. We riveted futures with a craftsman's pick. I chart my piece like a pilot's course. Mark crosswinds where doubts enforce. Throttle by breath, altitude by calm. Storms make sailors, not docks, not songs. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. Streetlight marrow in the backbone spine. I carry my hourglass, guard my time. When hillside glass echoes my claim, it's just the city spelling my name. Hardcore West Coast make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic baseline stalk and bite. Scent blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown with a craftsman's plan. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on the calendar spine. Boxes checked, honest deadlines in line. Friends turn fog when the gray got steep. Kept a few oaks with roots cut deep. We raised steel beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, our pillars get laid. I plan in girders and riveted rails. Smoke scarred knuckles, unpolished tails. I purchased glory with discipline's flame. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the grid of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nail and roof. no guilty lies, only tested proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I'll say backbone, breath, and light. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand, West Coast Post, iron in the hand.
Neon fog over Palisades and palms. Chrome lace night where the city keeps calm. Blueprint mind with a jagged edge draw. I turn lock grids into liberated law. Moonlight drips off murals and tags. Radio growl from the trunk and rags. Menacee scenes like wolves in the ring. When the 808s punch, even angels sting. Hardcore West Coast, it's the 808 punches. Dog G-Funk baseline breaking guardrail hunches. Missing sent daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I came up count seconds on a busted clock, so I learned to be the minute hand push through shot. Every closed door taught me carpentry quick. I built a new entrance with a verse and a brick. Curbside mentors and thrifted suits said guard your spirit, let the craft bear fruit. So I guard in pain till it sprouted gold. Saved each bar like a winner I sold. Hunger was currency, grit was the bank. I withdrew focus when the self-doubt sank. Polished my voice like a chrome hubcap. Now lanes reflect when I steer this map. I don't chase clout, clout chases proof. Proof chases sweat, sweat raises the roof. You can hear my oath in the kick drums vow. Run your roost steady, take the moment now. Hardcore West Coast with 808 punches. Dog G-Funk baseline breaking guardrail hunches. Missing sent daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. Clocked in nights where the pay was a dream. Pin my faith to a well-oiled scheme. Study the silence, it tells the truth. Loud men will, quiet ones grow proof. Soldiers of doubt try to camp on my lane. I taxed them time and repossessed the game. When envy pulled up in a counterfeit crown, I checked the hallmark, 10 melts down. Family first, that lighthouse flame guides me home when the world plays games. If the waves get tall, I surf with stance. Knees bend low in the bulletproof dance. Hillside echo wrote my surname twice. Signed by the wind with a bar of ice. I heat that steel in the chorus of light. Forge each link to the chain, rise right. Every lost taught math I needed. Subtract excuses, watch goals get seated. Add small wins, compound the wheel. Multiply calm, divide the chill. Let the scent draw shadow on tempered glass. Let the 808 breathe like a race spread bass. If the clock talks tough, I break that hand. Been the minutes till the hours expand. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, but I tightened my grip. Now the wax spins smooth like a west side glide. Low rider truth with a dignified pride. I don't sell storms I can't steer through. I don't rent rooms in the heart untrue. Respect is rent that you pay on time, with action receipts and a clean spine. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints drawn in the midnight camps. I took that grid and I rewired fuses. Now on my circus, reject old bruises. Galvanized soul with a rust-proof core. I scrubbed off shame at the honesty door. I guard my peace like a vault of light. Letting the loyal keep snakes outside. When the gate stayed locked, I built my own. When the path ran out, I paved that stone. If the pass through hooks, I rolled and learned. Now future salute when my name gets turned. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dog G-Funk baseline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacee sent daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. See my kids in the window, made it dawn. Every step I take puts a letter in their song. Legacy ink on a paper called time. We bind those pages with purpose and spine. Friends went fog when the climb got steep. The few that stayed, yeah, we sowed and reap. Hands like cranes, lift dreams and steel. Heart like a governor keeps talk real. I'm at my fear, then I drove that route. Saw every dead end, punched through, no doubt. Not with a fist, but a law I wrote. Build more bridges than boats afloat. Even when night tries to auction my hope, I buy you back with a calm tightrope. Walk that line over rumors and smoke. Touchdown clean where the future spoke. Under the glow of a boulevard cross, I type my craft, pay respect to loss. Then I collect what the grinder grew. A throne of work, not a throne of views. When the red sun spills in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No cheap crown, just functioning proof. No shortcut turns, just nailing roof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I'll say backbone, breath, and light. Hardcore heart with a time-proof brand. West Coast Post, iron in the hand.
Traffic lamp constellations on a corrugated dusk. Freeway brakes rattle like a chain on a tusk. Blueprint irises glow cobalt and clean. I notarize fate on a drum machine scream. Sidewalk pulpits preach tide smoke psalms. I fold last winter in the stainless palms. G-funk citrus in the midnight mist. 808 avalanches curling to a fist.
Roof is low in like a wrecking crane swing. Dark bass crawls with a big cat spring. Then it's it halos, rollerblade glare. West Coast metronome make concrete swear. I won't rent crowns from a bargain parade. I temper a throne in the hours I paid. If the dex is crooked, I sand that grain. Build a long table out of hunger and pain.
I count my courage in love nuts and bolts. Measure my patience by the hum of volts. Rain freckles chrome like a film grain truth. I splice up loss and produce new proof. Graffiti nebula bloom on brick. Every drip calibrates the tick. Silence a cruise like a savings plan. I cash it in motion, a torque tight man. Rumor is cotton, evidence still. I stitch my name to the steering wheel. If fate palm mutes with a rigged up riff, I retune chords to the frets run lift. Elevator stall, I weld new rungs. Outline the skyline with honest lungs. Blueprint knuckles, graphite valves. I timestamp sweat in the here and now.
Snare chalks lines on the cheekbone night. Kick drafts laws in a strobe lit light. If doubt subpoenas the air I own, I countersign calm and vacate the throne. Ruthless low end like a wrecking crane swing. Dark bass crawls with a big cat spring. Innocence in halos, rollerblade glare. West Coast metronome make concrete swear. I won't rent crowns from a bargain parade. I temper a throne in the hours I paid. If the deck sits crooked, I sand that grain. Build a long table out of hunger and pain.
Clock tried slick, so I snapped its hand. Bent minutes straight to the hours would stand. Ledger and charcoal, margins of rain. Debits and thunder, credits and grain. Mentors with meters, with ruby lit eyes. Charging by grit under sodium skies. We traded our breath for blueprint laws. Bolted our futures with torque-proof jaws. Circle stays tight like a vinyl's hub. Only the needle in the day one's club. Trust rings thrice with a tempered tone. Miss one chime and you're walking alone. I prune my crew like a sailing squall. No slack lines when the crosswinds call. Storms don't scare a captain's ear. They tune the hoe to a truer gear.
Hi-hats flicker like triage lamp. City holds breath while the heartbeat clamps. We flatline fear on a cold steel tray. Shot cold back with a tidal sway.
Kids paint planets on the fogged up paint. I fold my schedule to a lighthouse vein. Every tick beams home through brine. Arrive with honor, signature line. Rear view sirens try fishing old aches. I changed 2 lanes and unhooked those snakes. Yesterday knocks with the souvenir chain. I signed return to send a refrain. I was the skip in the thrifted LP. Click pop loop that wouldn't let me be. Lifted the arm, dusted the groove. Dropped it again, watch the storyline move. Billboards whisper, work, breathe, lead men. I clock it twice to the craft I defend. From throne isn't views nor flash in the pan. It's 10,000 nails in the weatherproof plan. Let the scent sketch wolves on a tinted hood. Let the kick past verdicts misunderstood. If night invoices hours I never owed, I stamp contested and repossess glow. Ruthless low end like a wrecking crane swing. Dark bass crawls with a big cat spring. Innocence and halos, rollerblade glare. West Coast metronome make concrete swear. I won't rent crowns from a bargain parade. I temper a throne in the hours I paid. If the deck sits crooked, I sand that grain. Build a long table out of hunger and pain. Palm ribs rattle like metronome reeds. I chart my calm by celestial deeds. Harbor grid map with invisible chalk. Crosswinds mark where the doubt still talk. No thunder sold, I cannot command. No lease on work from another hand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime cover on every beat. Hillside glass throws back my tone. City returns on the breath I've blown. I paid and bounced and blisters and scars. Collecting quiet beneath stubborn stars.
Ocean irons, wrinkles from a neon dome. I count my wins by the miles towards home. Not luck, not noise, not borrowed acclaim, just backbone, breath, and a first name flame. If tomorrow asks what armor you bring, I said discipline's drum and a wide tight string. Hardcore oath with a time like brand, West Coast pulse and a diamond hand.
Neon blush on the concrete cheek. Subway lungs, let the steam valve speak. Roll up doors with a lullaby creep. City says hush, but the streets leak heat. Payphone halo with a gum stuck crown. Sticker pose, read the ups and downs. Crosswalk post like a drummer in town. Green light blessing on a hustle bound route. Streets don't sleep, they blink and breathe. Teach you a code that the schools won't read. We map our hope where the footfalls lead. Turn grit to gold with a ground up creed. If the night gets sharp in the daylight, then we lace our faith, pull air back in. Yeah, the streets got teeth and a granite, so we learn their bite, then take control. Graffiti galaxy spiral on brick. Every tag a timestamp drip by tick. Mailbox moons with a coupon grin. Bodega bell sings, come on in. Bench press burdens with a parkside laugh. Chessboard kings make a rook out of math. Domino sermons, clap, clap, clap. Corner store wisdom in a spiral backpack. Storm drain choir with a nickel tone hymn. Rain play snares on a hubcap brim. Bike chain psalms in a citywide spin. Sidewalk breath under worn out skin. We barter truth for late night fries. Trade quick jokes for the heavy goodbyes. The block writes stories in a shoelace script. Every night a vow to never slip. Rats no routes, the sirens don't. Kids swap shortcuts like Old State Road. When time runs out, we stretch the minute. Paper plane chants with our names folded in it. Don't sleep, they blink and breathe. Teach you a code that the schools won't read. We map our hope where the footfalls lead. Turn grit to gold with a ground up creed. If the night gets sharp in the daylight, then we lace our faith, pull air back in. Yeah, the streets got teeth in the granite, so we learn their bite, then take control. Hoodie with a LED hum. 2-job life in a tired drum. Receipts in pockets like paper prayers. Rent day calculus on folding chairs. Moms flip coupons in the miracle meals. Dads fix sneakers with bike spoke steel. Grandmas cure codes with lemon and peel. Neighbors keep watch with a doorbell feel. Block captain roll call, check on D. Mutual laid in a trunk full of tea. We pass the rice, keep dignity free. Pull up together like roots to a tree. Transit maps like hymns align. We memorize stops, improvise times. If the last bus goes and the cab's too steep, we walk in chorus so fear can't creep. Street lamp freckles on a weathered hood. Past keeps calling like a misunderstood. We let it ring, we're busy with now. Each forward step is a living vow. Listen, the bakery, it unlocks. Flower wakes up in the morning clock. Coffee breath rising, pigeons lift. Dawn signs hope in a steamroll script. Laundromat open mic, socks and bars. Spin cycle rhymes under coin fed stars. Skater spell cursive on a rail that scars. Fall laugh, try to the count his part. Courier knots in a brown tape loop. Door buzz hum in the hallway stoop. Nurse on a scooter in a midnight swoop. Post steady, steady like a corner group. Pop up markets under scaffold bones. Vendors sing prices in familiar tones. Hair braid chairs on the borrow zone. Confidence stitched in the edges we own. We fail out loud and revise the plan. Borrow a ladder and build again. We inventory courage in a coffee can. Compound little wins until they span. Streets don't sleep, they blink and breathe. Teach you a code that the schools won't read. We map our hope where the footfalls lead. Turn grit to gold with a ground up creed. If the night gets sharp in the daylight, then we lace our faith, pull air back in. Yeah, the streets got teeth in the granite, so we learn their bite, then take control. Blackout night with a candle jar choir. Storytime shadows on a drywall wire. Hydrant crown in the summer's fire. Kids make rain out of city desire. Winter draws names on a bus stop pane. Palms leave hearts in a breath warm frame. We keep receipts of the joy and pain. Pay forward light when the days go vain. Group chat siren, you home, I'm good. Pin drops bloom in the neighborhood. We map each other like a living wood. Hands find hands where the fear once stood. Every alley is a future tense. Every year setback scaffold sense. We count our wealth by the hands we hold. Street math minute in human gold. Shutters yawn, forklift sink. Bus breaks side like a waking king. Steel pants spatulas on griddle rings.
breakfast drums where the whole bell swings. If the city forgets its heart so beat, we loop that rhythm from street to street, from stoop to skyline, block by block. We tune the hour and set the clock. Tie your lace, square your soul. Walk out, sing, streets in row. Let the day take note of the pack we keep. We bend, we build, and the streets don't sleep. Don't sleep. Whoa.
Sodium halos on a midnight pier. Freight train moon hums low in the rear. Blueprint pupils with a tungsten seam. I saw my oath in a sub-bass dream. Palm ribs clatter like metronome bones. Street light rosaries whisper tone cones. G-funk fog with a bittersweet bite. 808 landslides rewrite the night. Ruthless low end like a forge untamed. Dark bass prowls with a teeth bed frame. Menacing stage paint wolves in there. West Coast post make concrete swear. I don't rent crowns from an algorithm clerk. Chisel a throne, not a long shift work. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole feast out of misunderstood. I learned budget math on a bus stop throne. Where coins speak louder than stones thrown. Turned empty pockets into scaffold steel. Raised floors on a vow I can notarize real. Graffiti galaxies spin over brick. Every drip a secondhand cosmic tick. Silence a cruise interest if you guard your breath. Spend it on patience, not credit with death. Talk in my chest, angles in mine. I merely chower in the gears that grind. Origami steel in a calloused hand. Folding my losses to aerodynamic plans. Rumors move quick, but results move roots. I water my wins in unlaced boots. If fate pawns cars with a greasy thumb, I crack the deck like a starter drum.
Hi-hats glitter like surgery lights. Snare draws chalk on the jaw of night. If doubt files claims on the air I own, I count a shoe, calm case closed.
Ruthless low end like a forge untamed. Dark bass prowls with a teeth bed frame. Menacing's ace paint wolves in there. West Coast post make concrete swear. I don't rent crowns from an algorithm clerk. Chisel a throne, not a long shift work. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole feast out of misunderstood. Clock turned slick, so I snapped this wrist. Bent minutes straight till I couldn't twist. Ledger in charcoal, columns of rain. Debits in thunder, credits in grain. Mentors were meters with neon eyes. Charging by grid under sodium sky. We traded our breath for a blueprint truth. Bolted our names to a promise-proof roof. Circle stays tight like a vinyl's hole. Only day ones hear the needle soul. Trust is a safe with a triplet tone. Miss one chime, you're talking alone. I prove my crew like a captain's mast. Cut loose ropes when the squall blows past. Storms test hulls and refit spines. We come back sleeker with cleaner lines. Sub goes hush like a predator stare. Footsteps soft through hydraulic air. Each flick green like hospital signs. We flatline feared and revive our finds. Kids at a window with comic chalk hands. Trace out tomorrows in glow stick bands. I turn my schedule to a lighthouse glass. Beam over fog when the doubts harass. Rear view side, tug-o scars. I signal twice then slip through cars. Yesterday knocks with a souvenir chain. Away from the wheel and decline that claim. I was the skip in a pawn shop groove. Click pop loop that refused to move. Lifted the arm, clean grip from the soul. Drop needle back, now the story runs whole. Billboards yawn, work breathe win. I clucking twice and begin again. Throne isn't views, it's evidence stacked. 10,000 nails in a weatherproof act. Let the sand edge bangs on tinted chrome. Let the kick pass verdicts, imposters disown. If night invoices hours I never owe. I stamped contested, reclaim my load. Ruthless low end like a forge untamed. Dark bass prowls with a teeth bared frame. Menacing sense paint wolves in there. West Coast post make concrete swear. I don't rent crowns from an algorithm cloud. Chisel a throne, not a long shift work. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole feast out of misunderstood. Boardwalk summons from gum stuck pew. Seagull witnesses, tie mark news. Chrome ink, dust prints, credits and script. Paid in grit where my name got tip. I budget my piece like a harbor grid. Mark crosswinds, no tourist did. Anchor on truth when rumors spin. Let patience tow the vessel in. No thunder sold, I can't conduct. No rent on worth, I won't deduct. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. And when hillside glass repeats my tone,
It's just a city returning the loan. I paid in breath and balancing scars, collecting calm under untamed stars. Ocean irons, wrinkles from a neon dome. I count my wins by the road back home. Not luck, not noise, not secondhand fame. Just backbone, breath, and the first name flame. If tomorrow asks, what armor you bring? I see discipline's drum and a wire tight string. Hardcore vow with a time lock brand. West Coast oath in a diamond hand.
Neon drizzle kisses a diner sign. Freight train lullaby under power line. Motel Bibles with a checkout fold. Stickered payphones telling jokes in code. Chain link shadows, shuttered bays. Forklift yawns at the edge of day, where the map gets shy and the taxi's thin. America's heartbeat learns to grin. Welcome to the back streets, narrow and bright, where we polish our hope on the edge of night. Lunch pail dreams, secondhand stars. Rust belt rhythm in low slung bars. If the skyline brags and the headlines sleep, we fix what breaks and we keep what's deep. Corner to corner, block to block, back streets right what the billboards mock.
Pie-hole planets on a rainway grid. Storm drain choirs hum half-lit. Bodega cat like a velvet judge. Stamps your silence, won't let you budge. Mailbox moons with a duct tape gleam. Flies for ships, for bands, for dreams. Bench side elders counting buses by field. Teach you the math of a $3 meal. 5-row ladder over brick and sign. Paint a horizon where the wires align. Kids swap shortcuts like heirloom spoons. Mapping new routes through construction dunes. Mama folds coupons in the miracle stew. Dad stitches sneakers with bicycle glue. We trade our stories for fries at 2. Salt on the tongue, truth shining through.
Read the brick and braille and smoke. Hear the sermon in a carburetor choke. If the gate says no, we annotate. Turn yellow tape to a starting gate. Welcome to the back streets, narrow and bright, where we polish our hope on the edge of night. Lunch pail dreams, secondhand stars. Rust belt rhythm in low slung bars. If the skyline brags and the headlines sleep, we fix what breaks and we keep what's deep. Corner to corner, block to block, back streets right what the billboards mock.
Third shift nurse with a scooter glide. Pulse like a metronome keeping us tied. Warehouse saints in the barcode hymn. Room hallelujah at 3 a.m. Cashier choir under flicker lit haze. Jokes at the register, rent day maze. Janitor crown in the bucket throne. Makes a cathedral of tile and foam. Pop up tamales in the parking lot nave. From all night market where neon waves. Barber chair therapy, clippers preach. Lineups tight like a civic speech. Group chat siren, you home, I'm good. Pin drops blossom in the neighborhood. Text me safe and the dots reply. A GPS made a lullaby.
Cool threads light through a chain link scene.
Response people who sold it with borrowed steam.
Cool times hope when the clocks run cheap.
Folks who promise too real to sleep.
Where's the future when the budget's thin?
Under the hood with a socketed grin.
Yeah. Hydrant, volcano, crown July. Kids wear halos no money can buy. Blackout candles and pickle jars. Basement constellations, handmade stars. Winner writes names on a bus stop paint. Palms draw hearts that refuse to wane. Every shut door builds a hinge we keep. Every small wind climbs out of deep. Mutual wave from a trunk of rice. Take what you need, leave mercy twice. If luck won't visit, we iterate skill. Compound tiny in the iron will. We measure wealth by the hands we hold. Not just digits, the ledger's told. Street math counts what the soul can spend. Credit is kindness, we lend and lend.
Welcome to the back streets, narrow and bright, where we polish our hope on the edge of night. Lunch pail dreams, secondhand stars. Rust belt rhythm in low slung bars. If the skyline brags and the headlines sleep, we fix what breaks and we keep what's deep. Corner to corner, block to block, back streets right what the billboards mock. Shutters yawn with a corrugated side. Griddle pans beat like a rallying cry. Forklifts drum on a concrete stage. Sun flips the page on a shift work gauge. If the city forgets how its heartbeat sound, we loop the pulse and pass it around. Tie your laces, square your stance. Back streets teach a working dance. When the freeway roars and the cameras fade, we raise the day from the alley shade. From stoop to skyline, hand to hand. Back streets keep America playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Neon steam climbs from the canyon lanes. Chrome veins hum where the night remains. Blueprint focus with a tungsten wheel. I etch my oath on a guardrail sill. G-Funk ghost in a Cadillac glide. Roofless 808s put a quake in the ride. Menaces, real straw teeth in the haze. Street turns orchestra, I'm conducting the blade. Hardcore West Coast, make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic bassline, stalking bite. Scent blaze carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes pilots, I bank those days. From curb to the crown with a craftsman's plan. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. I learned math in the drought, add grit, cut loss. Turn nails to invoices, send faith to cause. Every locked door became lumber and nails. I framed new routes with indestructible rails. Low rider doctrine, move calm, move right. Let patience set tempo, let method light night. Map each fear like reefs on a chart. Sail that channel with a tempered heart. Sirens tick time on the metronome scene. Oil rain, halos in the gasoline gleam. I sign my vow where the kick drum booms. Hold your line steady, let legacy bloom. Cloud is a leash I refuse to wear. Respect is a vault with a triple lock there. If fate rigs decks with a thumb on the deal, I split the pack with a cold work steel. Quiet ambition in the pressure proof safe. Doubt knocks soft, I don't loan this space. If envy shows up with a 10-made crown, we heat test metal, watch cheap melt down. Hear the snare, draw chalk on the night. See the bass lay lanes of light. If the dark wants tax from my breath, I bill it interest and charge for the steps. Hardcore West Coast, make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic bassline, stalking bite. Send blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown with a craftsman's plane. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. Yeah. Clock fought dirty, so I broke its hand. Bent each minute till the hours would stand. Ledger of trials with receipts and names. Spilled a few pints but refused to sing. Family flame like a lighthouse bang. Guides me home through salt-cut dreams. If waves climb high, I lower my stance. Breathe through the storm, let balance advance. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints scribbled in midnight camps. We bartered wisdom for stubborn resolve. Solve cold problems to patterns dissolve. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal can hear that ping. Trust is a safe with a code you earn. Miss one digit, feel that turn. Hustle move silent like cats on a rail. No symbol crash when the phrase don't fail. I tune my grind like a race built game. Compound gains, bam after bang. Let the scent draw fangs on the tinted paint. Let the kick write laws that outlast fame. If the night sells fear at a borrowed rate, I repossess crowns, I sweat to create. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I tightened my grips. Now wax runs smooth on a Westwood art. Laugh in the dusk over gold-plated spark. From thrift store jackets to tailored intent. From wait your turn to we sign the rent. Paper was thin but the wheels stayed thick. We riveted futures with a craftsman's pick. I chart my piece like a pilot's course. Mark crosswinds where doubts enforce. Throttle by breath, altitude by cone. Storms make sailors, not docks, not songs. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every repeat. Street light marrow in the backbone spine. I carry my hourglass, guard my time. When hillside glass echoes my claim. It's just the city spelling my name. Yeah, hardcore West Coast, make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic bassline, stalking by. Scent blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown with a craftsman's plan. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Boxes checked, honest deadlines in line. Friends turn fog when the gray grade got steep. Kept a few oaks with roots cut deep. We raised steel beams in the quiet parade. Let trends keep score, our pillars get laid. I planted girders and riveted rail. Smoke scarred knuckles on polished tails. I purchased glory with discipline's flame. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the grid of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nailing roof. No gilded lies, only tested proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore hard with a time lock brand. West Coast post, iron in the hand. I might